What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Red Crimson 102. I feel like I have deja vu right about now. Reason why I have having deja vu right now, because this is actually my second Fusion PowerA controller. I bought this controller several years ago and I returned it. There was something about it I didn't like. That's right, it doesn't have NFC and it doesn't have rumble. Now you're probably asking yourselves, then why do you still have it? Why did you go out and purchase another one? Maybe because I'm crazy. Maybe because I'm a fool for controllers. Maybe I like collecting controllers and I want to add it to my collection. Maybe this time around I may even keep it. But you can check my channel. I did do a review on these. But let's get into it regardless. This is basically, for those who are not familiar with this controller, this is basically the Elite controller for the Nintendo Switch. This is what the Xbox Elite controller is, but for the Nintendo Switch. You got the mappable Pro Pack paddles, swappable analog sticks, and not to mention the premium case and the long braided wired or wireless USB-C cable. For those of you that want to know if this controller is any good, you can go on my channel and check out my video for the Fusion PowerA. I might as well call myself the controller god. Ooh. Pretty red box. Man, this is a huge case. Jeez. Wow. All that for a manual. User manual. I guess we'll put this to the side for now. Who reads a manual nowadays? Even though I think people should. Each his own, I guess. This is a big case. I love the smell of a new controller in the morning, or should I say at night. It is nighttime where I'm at, by the way. Zelda opening music, please. There we have it. Fusion PowerA controller for the Nintendo Switch. Oink, 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 oink. Got a piggy nose in there. That's weird. We have the braided cables. This reminds me of the braided cables that come with the Xbox Elite controller, USB-A to USB-C, connected directly to the Switch dock and play it wired. We have the extra tall analog sticks. And let me get this out of the way now. I don't think these analog sticks are the magnetic Hall sticks that the Gilly Kid controller uses, which are overrated, by the way. Not gonna lie to you, it gets me every time. This is actually a beautiful controller. Sticks feel real good. Oh yeah. I do like how the D-pad feels, but feeling it and playing with it with a game is two different things, so we're gonna reserve judgment. The face buttons feel really good. I like how the buttons are real close to each other. That's pretty dope. Excellent. The D-pad feels like love. Good D-pads are hard to come across these days. Got the paddles on the back. And let's not forget, you can take these off. And I also think you can snap these off as well. Actually, you can. Okay, so you have the Bluetooth switch right here, and you have the USB switch. Now, there's a headphone jack underneath the controller, which can be used for voice chat. I've heard in order to use voice chat via wired headsets with these controllers, you have to actually put the button into USB wired mode and connect it to the dock, and then connect the earpiece through the controller to get voice chat. I've never tried it, but that's what they said. I've seen somebody do it. I really don't care. I just want to play my games. This rubber grip feels really, really good. What can I say? Awesome controller. Feels good, look good. Shoulder buttons feel like love. My favorite part of this controller is the D-pad. The D-pad is nice on here. Voila. Swappable face plates. It comes off real easy. Awesome. Oh, cool. I should use it like this. Oh man, that's crazy. Imagine playing your game like this. It's actually kind of badass, really. Oh, and it just snaps on. Ah, that's dope. A little snap on. And you have the little friction rings right here, as you can see. around the analog sticks. It's a dope controller, man. It's cool how the faceplate just snaps on. Let's see. I believe you can just pull these off. Badass. Yo. Badass. Badass. Well. What can I say? This is one dope controller. I love how it feels. Everything feels really, really good. It actually feels, wow, does it feel better than the standard Pro controller? I don't know. I don't have it right in front of me. But if we're going off memory, it probably does. But at the end of the day, what can I say? This controller is badass, man. Alright guys, so this is my final thoughts about the Fusion controller by PowerA for the Nintendo Switch. I really like this controller. I like how you can switch the face plates and whatnot. The buttons feel great. The D-pad feels great. The analogs are definitely love. I love the rubber grip on the back. Even though it feels sticky. If you know, in gameplay sessions, you know, your hands start sweating, it feels sticky. I love this controller, man. It just feels great. But I'm gonna go ahead and say I cannot recommend this controller for the simple fact it doesn't have gyro, it doesn't have NFC, it doesn't have rumble, it doesn't have anything. It's pretty much a bare bones controller. And for $100 price tag, PowerA is getting over. This controller should be no more than $50, probably even less than $50. $50 just being generous because yes, it comes with the 2 removable thumbsticks, the face plate, and the paddles on the back, which I don't have on there right now. It's, you know, sitting somewhere, and it comes with a case. Pretty much you're paying for the packaging as well, and that doesn't equate up even to $100. If there was a selling this controller standalone, just as is, with a paddle and, you know, the controller itself, and, you know, $40. This controller should have been less than $50, honestly, guys. But with gyro, no NFC, motion controls, it's a no-go. And it was very ballsy of PowerA to even put a controller out with none of those features, but with a high premium price tag. That's crazy to me. And, you know, money is tight nowadays, you know, for a lot of people. So I wouldn't recommend this controller to anybody. But, you know, I love controllers. I like collecting controllers. I like to have different controllers to, you know, to avoid having wear and tear on my primary controllers or controller. But the 100 price tag is just too much, man. So, and now I know why I returned the first time, because this is like my second time purchasing this controller. And yeah, that's the reason why I returned it, now that I can remember, because of the lack of features and then a high price tag. That is crazy. I mean, if you can get this on a sale and you don't mind the missing features, then go for it. But at $100, avoid this controller at all. I've seen a video where somebody had motion control on there, but I couldn't get the motion control to work. I switched to USB mode, and there still was a motion control. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know how the person did that, but I know my version doesn't have it. What can I say? I don't recommend this controller at all. But for those who have this controller though, it is a nice controller. Buttons and everything. But I don't recommend this controller. Save you $100. You can get a better controller like the Gillikit controller. Actually, those controllers aren't better, honestly. But the reason why I say they are better because of the features that they provide. This doesn't even have turbo as well. I forgot to mention. So you might as well just spend $60 to $70 on a Zen Pro controller by Gillikit, or the King Kong Pro 2 by Gillikit, which is also $70, or the 8-bit Dual Ultimate controller that has all the bells and whistles, NFC, rumble, gyro, turbo, macro buttons, still for $70. PowerA should be ashamed of themselves releasing this controller. And it's 2023, man. They should have been released a second version to this controller that has all the bells and whistles. I don't know. Like, PowerA is a company like I've never really trusted in a way. I never put much stock into their controllers. Their controllers are just cheap. This is the best one they came out with so far that I've used, but just having the lack of features, it's a hard pass. I cannot recommend this controller. If you see for $50 or less, even with the lack of features, it's still worthy of a purchase because it is a good controller. It's a good alternative controller while your primary controller is charging. Okay, Red Crimson 102 out. If anybody wants any advice on what's the best controller or Joy-Cons for Nintendo Switch, can ask me in the comment section. And I also have a video of best Joy-Con and controllers for the Nintendo Switch on my channel. Go ahead and take a look at that video. You may see something that